that lifestyle don't exist and we don't recognize it yet. Then we got to come down to earth where we don't want to come. We don't understand what comfort is. I still struggle with it.
All right, Gil, this is breaking news over the weekend. We have another player that did a stint in, well, he actually didn't do a stint in college, but that's a professional player and is now taking his talent back to the collegiate route. Zaire Wade, Dwayne Wade's son, is seeking college basketball return after a G League stint. He played pro in South Africa, wants to return to play college basketball. And this conversation has been bubbling for a couple of weeks, months now. These guys that have come out of college, sought professional careers, and are going back, people feel like it is destroying the integrity of college basketball. It doesn't make any sense. They should have stayed in college first. Guys like Zaire, guys like Amari Bailey, they should have never made that jump in the first place.
Oh, that two different scenarios.
I'm just giving you the story.
There's two different scenarios. One played professional in the NBA. Mm-hmm. One played professional overseas. That never touched the NBA floor. So what Zaire did, since we're speaking on him first, I don't see no problem with what he's doing because that's no different than a European player who played professional since 14, 15 and then go to college and play, right? Because he played high school, didn't go to college, tried out for the G League, didn't make it, went overseas, played professional, then came, right? Mm-hmm. That's no difference than a kid playing professional over there and then going to college, right? So that goes under the same, that's in the same line. Now, Amari Bailey, he played in the NBA. He has, 3 more years of college, right? Now, before you shit on a player making a decision to go back to college, what is the rule that is allowing this? As long as the rule is the rule, my opinion means nothing. Because at the end of the day, once they open it up for pay to play, you are a professional, right? Like, so if you're paying kids to play, then it is a professional league. Unofficially, but it's a professional league. So if they didn't make it in the NBA and college is paying them, what is the difference here? See, and that's the problem with people lobbying for stuff without watching or looking or preparing for the whole landscape of something. You wanted people to get paid off their name. You wanted to create the likeness, image, lane. You wanted to become kind of like pay to play, like a professional league. You wanted this to become professional. Well, here you are, professional. And as a professional league, someone on the higher end of professional wants to come down and play. What's the problem now? Because I think the idea is you're still thinking of it as college basketball and it's 17, 18-year-olds. No, you might as well look at this shit like Euro basketball then, right? It's Euro basketball, just in America. So that means if you're 30-something years old and you got 2 years, you should be able to play, right? It all depends on what the rules are. If the rules are, if you had an agent or if you got an NBA check, you can't play. Then the argument is, well, what if you get an overseas check? Can you play in college? Then that knocks out all the European kids that's ever been to college, that's in college now, that got checks when they were 14, 15, 16, 17 playing professional. You know, whatever, whenever there's something new, there's always a loophole, and you can't be mad if somebody exploits it. You should have thought about that before you opened up this wormhole. So I'm not going to sit here and knock young players for trying to go get paid. Knock older players for going to get paid. Yeah, I can argue and say, well, we shouldn't have these guys there. But hey, at the end of the day, if you're paying players to pay, it shouldn't matter how old a motherfucker is. Because I can tell you right now, This has just started. There's going to be a 32-year-old, a 33-year-old that went to JUCO college, that still got years. He's been playing overseas, and I can tell you this right now. Overseas can pay you a certain amount, and these college coaches is looking at it like this. I'm getting paid to win games. So if I got to go pay a guy that's been playing overseas for 5-6 years, and he has 2 years of eligibility left, and they're paying him $500,000, and I pay him $1.5 million to come over here to help me win, well, goddamn it, I'm gonna do it. I don't think Mike James, he probably played. Let me see, did Mike James touch the league?
Mike James?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mike James touched the yeah.
Oh, yeah, well.
Hooper.
Yeah, I'm just saying, how many years did he play? I mean, he probably played all 4 years. But yeah, there's gonna be some loopholes. There's gonna be some loopholes with some JUCO players. There's gonna be loopholes with, because I can tell you this: if Amari Bailey plays, then there is no rule because he played. So somebody like Amani Bates should be able to go back, right? I mean, it's low. I mean, it's a step down. It's better than the G League. I mean, that's what it is. It's better than the G League. The G League is going to be in trouble. Why would an NBA player, an NBA prospect, go to the G League when they can go to college? G League's paying me $49,000. College is paying me $1 million, $1.5 million, $500,000. So if I got eligibility, I'm going to search for it and I'm going to try to get it instead of playing in the G League for $49,000.
Well, so I want to say that that's a part of the conversation because what really bust the door open. It was supposed to be if you signed an NBA contract, you weren't allowed to do this. But this just got disrupted with former G League player Charles Biaku. I'm probably butchering his name. Started his playing career, 21-22 season at University of Alabama.
Okay.
23, he goes to the NBA draft, goes undrafted.
Okay.
Picks up a 2-way contract from the Spurs.
Okay.
Bounces around from some training camps to, G League stuff, this, that, and the third. And then he recently gets, that granting from the NCAA to come back. So far, in his 2 games that he's played, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 1.5 steals, 1 block, 81% from the field. People are saying that this is going to create a nasty competitive advantage for college teams that go and get these guys who have played some pro ball.
Say his stats again, and then use the word unfair advantage. Put it in the same sentence again.
13.5 points.
13.5.
4.5 rebounds.
How tall is he?
This is a big man. He's
a big man.
Yeah. 1.5 steals, 1 block, 81% from the field. Nasty competitive advantage.
How tall is he?
Tell you how tall Charles is. Charles Biaku.
6'11". Say anything over 6'9". Just say it.
Yeah, he's 7 foot.
He's 7 foot.
Mm-hmm.
Like 7 and a 0?
7 and a 0, 225.
225.
Big dog.
So right now he's probably the biggest athletic guy in college.
Probably because he's a professionally trained 225. He's
225, professionally trained 225. And how old is he?
That brother is, how old is he? 30. No, let me stop. He is 23.
23. So a 23-year-old that is 7 foot, 225, been in the G League, been professionally, and he's averaging a smooth 13 and 4.
13.5, Gil. 13.5.
Let's just add up the 14.
Okay, thank you.
Being 7 foot, 225, averaging 4 rebounds. What coach is complaining? Because I swear to God, we just watched a 17-year-old last year, 17, 6 years younger, by the name of Cooper Flagg, do what in college basketball? There's 18-year-olds right now Doing what in college basketball? What is the Boozer kid doing?
Oh, Cam?
How many rebounds Cam got?
Ooh.
As an 18-year-old.
That brother is good. 10.
10 rebounds. 6 more than a 7-footer who's 23. How about this? College coaches at this point, I want to be on your side. I truly do. Because I have a son that's in college. And his body ain't ready for the regular one, let alone these 26, 27, 20, whatever year olds. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Until I see one of them at the top of the leaderboard in any stat, I'm going to shut up. I don't want to hear you cry. Because if you are a college coach and you are scared of a whole 13-4, you shouldn't even be able to recruit nobody. This is crazy. I'm thinking he's averaging 24 and 12, 30 and 16. Like this is the damage he's doing. Wilt numbers, but you're complaining about 13 and 4 from a 7-footer.
Yeah. I did see some people say, like, if this person was going to be a real problem on the court, they wouldn't be going back to college. They would be.
It was usually my same argument.
Yeah.
But that's not necessarily the case because of this. Money's involved, right? And the reason I say that is this. If I'm a 22, 23, 24, 26-year-old, and let's say I do average 30 points a game somewhere overseas, I'm the man. Let's take Kendrick Nunn. Let's just pretend he's one of these kids, right? Well, if I'm only getting 750 or 800,000 in this country, and a college team calls me up and say, we'll give you $2 million to come back to play, I don't know how one of those guys say no, right? And I'm going to tell you, that's when there's going to be a problem. When one of these guys that's sitting at the 23, 24, 25, 26 is Wilt Chamberlain the game. Then you have an argument. Then you have my like, yeah, okay, this shit got to stop. But right now, I haven't seen no numbers that's making me jump out my seat. I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of it. I don't really, I got to see the problem first. And the problem right now, and you say there's a disadvantage, I'm sorry. As of right now, the top of the leaderboard is a bunch of freshmen whooping ass and taking names. It seems like they don't have a problem with anyone. Seniors, juniors, extracurricular dudes, they whooping ass. And I'm sorry, you might not like my take, but I don't care until you find me a guy out there that's breaking records because he's too old. Right now, it's just an age. The game is not matching what you guys are complaining about.
Well, I'll say this. Let's take off the competitive side of the hat and let's put on, I'm Gil. I'm the dad of, some kids that look to be in college the next couple of years. Because I'm pretty sure this is going to be the conversation from AAU time this summer. What does this mean for my child that is junior in high school, senior in high school, that is going to that next level when I have to now compete with the transfer portal? Because we did see, I think in college football, it was some crazy stat. I don't know if you saw it. It was thousands of kids in the transfer portal. So I'm pretty sure basketball will follow. And then I also have to compete with kids who have played pro ball coming back now. How does that change how you move? Because all these other things have changed how parents have moved. So
5 stars, McDonald All-American kids are going to probably still be safe. Because at the end of the day, the elite is the elite. And if you're a real top program, you understand the Petersons, the AJs, they are still better than whatever you're going to try to bring in transfer. The problem is this: 4 stars, the bottom end of 5 stars. You can't be as picky as you used to be. All that I got my 5. Y'all remember y'all had fun with. I got my 5 teams. No. You're not gonna hold me up with your little press conference, because I don't need to wait for you no more. I got transfers. I got older guys that I will rather pay than you, because he's averaged 10 or 11 in college already. So I know I'm gonna get solid basketball from him, and I'm trying to keep my job. And you're gonna make freshman mistakes. You're gonna do freshman shit. So how about this? You go somewhere, have your experience, come back to me when you a goddamn sophomore or junior. That's how I want to recruit you now. Mm-hmm. So a lot of seniors won't get recruited. So you're gonna have to humble yourself. All that babying and crying and all that, that gotta go. They don't have to deal with that no more. Just like you don't have to deal with them coaches no more, because you can get up and leave. It works both ways, but it's still on the program side, because they can pull guys from anywhere now that can make shots, play defense, because they're happy to get this once-in-a-lifetime chance of continuing their basketball career, right? So me, as a hooper, as a guy that loves basketball itself, if you're bringing in a 28-year-old, 27, 26, 25, 24, and he's out there playing basketball, he's out there diving on the floor, he's out there coming to practice every day, being a basketball player, he deserves that shot. Mm. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like he did something wrong. The opportunity came, he presented his case, it favored him. He's going out there trying to get a second career. Right? Some of these guys, you got to think about it. Some of these guys, they're using this stage to probably get back into the motion of playing overseas or continuing their career. Right? So I'm not too mad at it, because it's just another avenue to continue playing the game you love. So as a high school senior, it just got tougher for you. You have to be prepared now, because you're not playing against 17, 18-year-olds. There's going to be 23, 24, 25-year-olds. And if you are about the game of basketball and evolving, this is just a better stepping stone before you get to the pros. Right? Some of these bodies is way bigger than some of the pro bodies, to be honest. Right? Some of these boys are like, they eating weights. So show me where, when I see Luka numbers or Jokic numbers in the college game, then you can have I can have a different opinion. But right now, I'm like, well, just I got to sit back and wait and see. But what y'all complaining about right now is just nothing.
I do wonder how many 7-foot 225 guys there are in the league. I guess the actual real question is, I just looked it up. You got 2 years left. What you gonna do? You got 2 years of eligibility?
No, I'm realistic. I can't guard my 14-year-old, let alone a college kid. Okay, I'm realistic. Okay, I can sit and talk from behind this screen. I can't put it to use no more.
You can't go to LA Tech.
I'm getting beat by niggas that work at Walmart. Okay. I'm going in. They're coming down on their lunch break, whooping my ass. I'm good, man. I do not show up to the gym on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. No more. My little workout was 9 o'clock, and I didn't realize I was hoop time. They're like, oh, come on out here, old time. Oh, man, I got y'all. Wop. Like, why are you here? I got to ask this question. Why are you here? Shouldn't you be overseas playing somewhere? Shouldn't you be on the gram playing in one-on-one tournaments, bro?
Oh, my God.
Now I got to have surgery. Because you want to come out here and talk to your group chat about what you did to me. I learned my lesson.
You find out they work at FedEx overnight. Are you 6'8"? What the hell you doing in LA Fitness? What's going on? Oh my gosh. Okay. So speaking of the college guys, game of the century happened. Game of the century. Yeah, we're gonna call it, that's what they're calling it. I'm telling you what they're calling it. Game of the century happened over the weekend. You
Go finish.
don't think it's Game of the century happened over the weekend. Battle of the two stars. AJ and Darren went up against each other. I think it was very exciting. But even further, we're also going to see a bona fide superstar matchup come up on the 7th, I believe, because Caleb Wilson at UNC and Cam Boozer are playing each other.
Okay. Now that's a matchup.
Gil,
That's a matchup.
These freshmen, and you stated it, are very, very, very exciting. They're very, very, very good. I think the future is very bright for basketball.
No. Listen, this year's recruiting class is amazing, right? You have very, very top talent across the board, right? If you're a lottery team, you have to be unlucky to just miss. You know what I mean? Right? You just picked the wrong talent or you didn't develop the talent. But the attributes of these guys' talent is all there. Now, the problem with some of this that's going on of some of this hype is, you see, I did this on the first matchup.
Yeah. No.
The next one, the one you're talking about, now that's a matchup.
Okay.
You know why? Because they can guard each other because they're in the same realm. I know the other two are fighting for who is number one in the draft. The problem is these guys don't play the same position. It's just the names. And you can trick someone out of their spot because they feel, I have to guard him, he has to guard me. And no, whoa, relax. That's not how it works, right? You can get tricked out your spot playing that role, right? AJ, you are a small forward, power forward. Don't get tricked out of playing and trying to guard the point guard. That's not a fair matchup. For him, he can try it because you're going to try to put the ball on the court. But he won't try that with, I guarantee you, he's not going to try that with Boozer, right? Because Boozer's going to go straight to the pole. Koa P, you got to play your position. You can only do what you do in your position. So the names of the matchup was great. AJ and Cooper Flag, that's the matchup. That's that class. Peterson and Louisville, Markel. You know what I mean? It's the guards, guys who have, I like those matchups. I don't like, matchup, the game of the century, Kobe versus Shaq. And then Shaq goes out there to try to guard Kobe, or Kobe goes, hey, that's suicide, that's dumb. Right? So I like that they did try to guard each other, but that's not going to make who's going to be number one or number two in the draft. Peterson can go out there and have 68 and 8, or AJ could have went out there and had 55 and 5. It's not going to determine who is actually the number one player getting picked. It's the team. It's what team has that. So Peterson can average a triple-double the rest of this year. If Utah Jazz gets the number one pick, AJ is going one. AJ's going one. They're not. AJ went there. High school there, college there. That's who they want. That's why he's in Utah. So if they get the number one pick, that's where he is going. That's who they are picking. So it's all about positioning for some teams, right? You don't want Charlotte to get the number one pick because Peterson, unless they're going to remove Melo for you, they already have a backcourt, right? They already have LaMelo and they have
Con Knipple?
No.
Oh, Brandon Miller.
Right? So you already got them at the 1-2, right? If Philly goes down there, you're not going there. You know what I mean? It's suicide. You don't want to be Dylan Harper right now. You're a top pick, but you're coming off the bench. All right. So it's all situational. So,
well, I don't know how you feel about it, but especially after this weekend's matchup, people are talking about this being the best draft class since that infamous.
Oh.
No, Gil. No.
Oh, shit. You just,
No. Since 2003.
LeBron James?
Yes. That's what the word on the curb is. It's the best draft class from 2000 since 2003. And somebody might end up with a Darko Milicic. But ultimately, best draft class since 2003 with LeBron James, D. Wade, Carmelo Anthony.
Now, if I say cap.
You call it a spade a spade. You call it what you call it.
I'm calling a spade a spade. Cap. I think I got it. Hold on.
Stop the cap.
A draft means 1 through 58. 1 through 58 is a draft. You can't just name the same 4 players as if the draft is over. After 5. Okay, we got number 2, Darko. Okay. Then there's 6, Chris Kaman. 7, Kirk Heinrich. 8, TJ. Then we got Michael Sweetney, number 9. Jarvis Hayes, number 10. The Michael Jordan of France, Michael Petrus. Nick Collinson, Marcus Banks, Luke Rittenauer, Reese Gaines, Troy Bell, Zarkar Kabakaba, David West, Sasha Buchek. I just seen Sasha last night. Had this nice ass freshman. I was like, damn, why are you here? He was like, when you win 2 championships, you can't leave. Because Euros usually leave. But he's like, I'm a 2-time champion, man. I'm LA. I'm all LA. I feel you, man. Dante Jones, Boris Diaz, Zoran, Travis Outlaw, Brian Cook, Carlos Delfino, Eby, Kendrick Perkins, Barbosa, Josh Howard. That's the first round. In the first round, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players in the first round didn't even get past. They didn't even see their second contract. Okay. 4 players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players didn't see their first contract. Didn't get to see their second contract in the first round. 1 was a lottery. 2 was right outside the lottery. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 players in the second round didn't even get 3 years in. No, you know what? Because that's all new information for you. Because you only hear this when you talk about the 2003. You talk about LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade. Woo! That's the best. That's it. Like, no, there's still the rest. That was just listen. Starting off the first 5, 4 out of the first 5 Hall of Famers, boy, I get where y'all at, but there's still more to go. All right, and that's you just gotta. I know there's more. There's still more to go. Let me see. Let's see that next year. We got Dwight. Ooh.
The only, yeah.
Okay, hold on. I might have to. Okay, let me go to 2005. Okay, we got. Okay, Darren, Chris. Okay.
Delonte West? No, okay.
Okay, then that.
Dr. Booty is in that one.
Rondo, okay, Kyle. Okay, Amar. Okay, 2007. Okay, come on. Okay, Kevin Durant. Okay, all right. Al Horford. Okay. Mike Conley. That issue. All right, let me try one more. Derrick Rose. Okay. Russell Westbrook, Kevin Love. Yes. Okay, we're going to go to 2009. Okay, here it is. Here it is. I know it. We got Blake Griffin, James Harden, Tyree Evans supposed to be the dude. We got Steph Curry, DeMar.
Our guy. Don't forget him. Don't forget him, Gil. Don't do that. Gil, don't forget our guy. Gil, if you don't say Brandon Jennings right now.
Huh?
If you don't say Brandon right now.
Brandon Jennings.
You didn't say it.
I'm looking at that. I'm going by the years, like 13, Blake. Okay. I'm like who? So that's when I see the year. So James Harden, like, you know what I mean? So I seen 10. So I start with 10 Steph, right? DeMar, because I know that's Hall of Fame. Gotcha. So I'm trying to match the Hall of Fames.
Gotcha.
Okay, let's try Kyrie. Okay, Kyrie. Trenton. Okay. Ooh. Jimmy Fredette. Okay, Clay. Woo. Kawhi. Okay, Kawhi. There we go.
A lot of double-digit years in this draft. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, no. Hey, listen. Yeah, this first round, this 2011 draft, that first round is.
Yeah.
They ain't have many that didn't really pan out. They only got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Even on the ones that I counted, they're like 8-year, 9-year guys.
Everything I said. Yeah. Everything I said. Okay. I just thought that there was I think just with those 4 alone, they clear as the best draft. So I take back everything I said.
So let me ask you this. You grade a draft class based on how like the depth of it?
Yeah.
Like, this is okay.
Right. Okay. First you go with like, okay, you got Hall. So, you know what I mean? It's like, all right, we want to see who the best draft is. Mm-hmm. All right. First, Hall of Famers. How many Hall of Famers came from the draft? Boom. All NBA players, all stars, right? That's how you kind of break it down. Right. You don't just go and look at the top names. You got to go what there's 60 players. How many all-stars, how many Hall of Famers you got from it? How many all-stars combined throughout the draft? How many all-NBA players? And what kind of awards did you get from this draft? But obviously LeBron James clears damn near every draft. Then you add Dwayne Wade and Carmelo's and Bosh stats to it with their accolades. You got a lot of scoring titles in that draft.
A lot of all-NBA. Well,
I can tell you this, it wouldn't be the best draft ever.
What's the best draft ever? 96? 86?
It should be that. It should be the 96 draft or Jordan's draft.
85?
Because Barkley, Hakeem came from that draft, and John Stockton, if I'm not mistaken.
Or
you got AI.
84.
AI. Cole, Pager, Steve Nash. See, yeah. See, a lot of players from this draft coming in from so you got Cole, Pager, Steve Nash. So that's Allen Iverson up top. We're talking about what depth? Othello Harrington didn't really have anybody. Shannon Anderson. It's decent.
Damn, them drafts in the 80s used to go. 84 MJ's draft had Kevin Willis, John Stockton, Hakeem, Sam Perkins, Otis Thorpe, Jerome Kersey, Charles Barkley, MJ, Sam Bowie. I will say this, even though people are trying to put this draft in that conversation and category, maybe we don't jump the gun just yet. But at the end of the day,
the reason you can't jump the gun is this. Some of them we don't know are not NBA. Their skills don't translate to NBA basketball. And that's a lot of because when you're talking about NBA, you're talking about having the ability to create your own shot, and play one-on-one basketball and be able to survive inside. Some of those guys don't have creation like that. Some of them use just brute strength. So being a top name in college and high school doesn't necessarily transfer to the NBA, as we know. I mean, we've seen it throughout the years. There's going to be some sleepers in the draft. You know, some guys are going to be system players. Some guys are going to be just safe picks. So,
and plus everybody not gonna come out too. So we're gonna get to that scouting room. Somebody gonna say, turn your ass back around. Go be a soft player.
listen, I know who's going to struggle in the next level, but and the struggle on the next level, looking at the teams that's going to be possibly picking.
Okay.
Right, I can see some of these names thinking about the system and style and their style of play, and I can see, hopefully you don't get drafted by this team.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. Well, good luck to everybody. I feel like it's the Hunger Games. You know, may the best man win.
Yeah,
odds be in your favor. I'm just enjoying the great basketball.
Okay.
Speaking of enjoying basketball. This is some breaking-ish news, but probably the biggest suspension we've seen in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Paul George, 25-game suspension for violating the league's anti-drug policy.
Okay.
Statement from the 76ers, Paul George to ESPN says, over the past few years, I've discussed the importance of mental health. And in the course of recently seeking treatment for an issue of my own, I made the mistake of taking an improper medication. I take full responsibility for my actions and apologize to the 76ers organization, my teammates, and the Philly fans for my poor decision-making during this process. I'm focused on using this time to make sure that my mind and body are in the best condition to help the team when I return. Yeah, they said this came off a little bit of a run from Paul George, you know.
No. Listen, I'm pretty sure when that motherfucker did that 360, everybody's like, early 2000 Paul George, test him. Yeah, that's usually how you get tested. When you do some shit your body don't supposed to be doing. If Embiid right now go out there and have 60 and 20, he will be drug tested before that nigga hit the locker room. Soon as he get off the court, they gonna put, hey, come in this room real quick. We're gonna have to test that PP and that blood. Right? So
the double whammy.
Man, I hate, these type of things, especially from a guy like PG. PG's my guy, man. He's a good dude. Look, sometimes, man, when shit rolls downhill, it rolls. And for somebody like PG, man, like when you think about his career, I'm pretty sure he sits at home and be like, damn, when can I get a break?
Yeah.
Right? When his career was just getting there. Like we seen what he looked like against Braun and that group in Miami. And he was going toe to toe with the group. To then, hurt your foot, right? Some thought it was career ending. Came back, gave us Paul George 75%. And that Paul George 75% is Hall of Fame, right? And I remember the year he damn near was third in MVP voting in OKC. And we was like, okay, he's back. Came to LA, and people didn't know he had both his shoulders. He had 2 shoulder surgeries. Now, I want people to think about that. This is not an excuse for anybody, but you have 2 shoulder surgeries, meaning your whole summer of improvements gone. Your whole summer of shooting gone, right? Then you have getting ready for the season, try to get in shape, try to get your shot dialed in, try to get it in. You didn't have a great shooting year, right? So it's like the injury bug has hit him. And we always usually say, man, when it just keeps happening to someone, man, you got to cleanse yourself, right? Something negative is, there's somebody out there you did wrong, you got to forgive, or, you got to, tell them I'm sorry or something like that. It's just he never gets to have that chance to have we get to see who he is. So, I said all that to say this. God damn it, if he got to take something to get his body right so he can do the 360 we seen him do, sometimes you just got to look the other way. That's all I'm saying, right? That's what I was trying to get down to. He been injured a lot, This shit, body breaking down. If if we can call it, what would he call it? Mental
health.
Mental health medicine, whatever that medicine is to make, because I can tell you this right now, the way my knee move is with my mental, okay? If you inject some shit in here that got me jumping 45 inches, goddamn it, my mental feels good, right? So I'm taking some shit technically for my mental. That helps me do what I want to do. And that's what? Go out there and play the game. And that's what he was doing, playing the game. So now his ass got to sit 25. But I can tell you this, right now, I got a new ARC player. We're going to be playing 2K like above. Okay, listen, he might not be able to play for the Sixers, but goddamn it, the No Chill Gill crew, he going to be a part of. We're going to be at the rec if you can see us. Me and Paul George going to be out there. I know where I'm going to be. My black ass going to be in a corner because the last time he seen me, I was in a corner. He barely passed, but we won. That's all. Hey, however you got to continue your career, goddamn it, you can do it on my watch. I'll see you at the rec, nigga.
I do want you to break down some of the fourth wall for a second, though, because people are saying that this is fishy. So inside the NBA, Shaq said that, at the beginning of the year, league gives you a little packet. Says what you basically can't take. Okay. And if what you taking is on that list, it also says, hey, this is how long it takes to get this stuff out of your system.
Okay.
But for some reason, things transpired the way they transpired with Paul George, and it was still in his system. What do you know about that whole process? And do you think that it's a little fishy that mental health medicine is on that list? They got to save $12 million.
What is the name of the mental health medicine?
It's nobody is saying anything.
Okay. So let's just pretend that the mental health medicine is the same mental health medicine I named, right? Because I can tell you this, I'm only having mental health issues because I can't go out there and do the shit I want to do because my knee is fucked up.
Yeah.
Now you give me some shit that can unfuck my knee, my mental's good, right? I'm pretty sure right now Shay don't have no mental problems. I'm pretty sure Luka right now don't have no mental problems. Now Embiid, his knee can't play the way his knee want to play. Get with your mental. Do something, doc. But look, back to that list, I can tell you this. You give me a list of that I'm supposed to take? Cool. Do you think anybody outside of probably Jaylen Brown, Wemby, LeBron, Steph, KD, Jokic, just some of the guys that is going to look at some and say, they're going to look in the back, see what it has in it, and then look at this list. Right? That's what they'll do. They're like, ooh. The rest of us, just give me the fucking pill. I feel better.
Yeah.
You don't think, when you think of the drugs that they write on this list, let's just be honest. All you think is the hard drugs that you heard of, right? You be like, all right, cocaine, heroin, crack, right? Some type of steroids, right? That's really all you really are thinking about. You're not thinking about everything that this, I can tell you this, even if you're a party guy and you taking ecstasy or you taking lean, you're not thinking about that list, right? You don't know what, once it hits your body, what it break down to and all the molecules of it to know if it violates that list. So you over there having fun with a girl, y'all over there taking mollies and shit, and now you registered or something, what the man, Man, listen, when it's 25s, I can tell you this, it ain't weed. I can tell you this, when I was playing, this was our weed policy. Warning the first time he got caught, then a fine. Then a fine, then a bigger fine, then suspended. Which means the season only 6 months. You get what I'm saying? You shouldn't get the goddamn 5. You shouldn't get there. You shouldn't get suspended for weed. Then, so that was one easy way if you got caught. Then you had the old trick of the program, meaning if you are a weed smoker and you can't stop during the season, what you do is if you know you're going to get tested tomorrow, tonight is the best night of your life. You about to party like a rock star. You about to smoke, drink. You're going to drink the weed tea. You're going to eat the brownie. You're going to do the dabs. So when you go in and take the test, you say, hey, I'm an addict to the weed. I want to be in the program, which means they take your test levels. It don't count against you because you admitted you are.
You got a problem.
You got a problem.
Yeah.
So they take the levels you are, right? Because you remember, you push them to the highest of the highest. So now all you have to do is every test be lower than that number, and you are working on yourself. So basically, what I'm basically saying is the NBA is not a business that is trying to make their players look bad.
Yeah.
They are not trying to embarrass and dirty up their name, right? That's why, for the most part, you never know 25 games what he got suspended for. They don't give you the actual thing. They protect their players as much as possible, especially when it comes to testing. Think about it. Think about what I'm saying. Every game you done seen that was 55, 60, 73, and those players say, damn, I just got tested. You never see not one damn result from any of those tests. Even if they found something, they are not going to publicly say it because they're not going to put a black eye on that stat. Right? So...
Right.
He got 25 games, and I don't know how many games is left. He'll be coming back right before playoffs.
10 games or so. He'll come back with 10 games left.
Just a little rest on his knees,
Yeah. Hopefully he will come back hooping. We'd love to see Paul George on the court. So, all right. Money talk has been theme of the timeline. Especially since Sebastian Telfair had another little interview on friend of the show, Club 520. They talked about what it's like when them NBA checks stop.
Definitely. I was like, damn, them bills look a little higher than I used to. Hell, I know that light bill, shit like a Walmart. Hold on.
Yeah, see,
now
get up out of
here.
Open the mail, putting their glasses on.
Whoa. So, yeah, I think I'm going to get up out of here, cuz.
Niggas say they putting their glasses on. Niggas sitting at the table, boy.
Oh, me, I like, yeah.
That's some real shit. That's real life shit.
Sex ain't never seen before. Hey, how many shares we taking in here?
Yeah, I was
say
like,
it's bill a little high.
On everything.
Start yelling random shit down. They cut that motherfucker light
Oh, man. I was like, I don't care how much money I got or say whatever.
Yeah.
I ain't paying this. It was cool. It was cool.
sure.
Y'all was coming over, we was having a party. I said,
about to say, parties
shit,
ain't
I like
working
y'all
no
niggas
more.
though.
That motherfucker parties went from 100 people to 5.
Yeah, I like, yeah.
Close friends, nigga.
I like shit. I don't care how. Like, got rid of that motherfucker fast.
Shit.
Y'all fry. All right, y'all the best podcast team. When you retire for the second time, where are you moving to?
All right.
Damn.
I ain't never.
That's funny.
Yo, them bills look a little bit higher when you ain't got that NBA money.
Oh no, that's facts. Everything is higher when you ain't got the checks coming in. When you making $500,000 a month and you spending $200,000 a month, right? You still got $300,000 coming in, having fun. Yeah, as soon as you done, the day you done, and you spent $200,000, and ain't shit come in, and it just depleted. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a reality check for your ass. All right, now you start talking about, hey, we're gonna have to cut some of your bills. And you like, whoa, I can't live without all this stuff. I got my 12 cars, my 3 houses. Like because it's been so, for the most part, because we don't know when we're going to retire, most of us don't plan for retirement. The only people who actually think about retiring is the people who get hurt. Because that's the first reality check you get of not playing. So you sitting there like, man, that's crazy. Like, this could be it. This could be, and then you start thinking about other things outside. So, but for the most part, I think every player, if you know you're going to be done within 2 years, you should start cutting your losses to try to get back to as close as normal as possible. Because if you don't have a job right after that, it's all negative income to hard bills, right? When we were talking about hard bills, you're talking about light cars, insurance, baby mamas, right? Paying your folks, paying their house, paying their cars, right? So some of y'all can leave and your hard bills, 100,000, 150, 200, 300, hard bills. You remember, like when you're playing in the NBA, you're collecting shit. You're collecting bills, right? Anthony Davis, the house he just sold, $39 million.
Yeah.
What you think? What you think is in that motherfucker, huh? What you think that water bill is, that light bill, the grass bill, right? That you know what I mean? He's spending $45,000 probably a month just to upkeep it. Just that house. Not the cars in that house, not, you know what I mean? Not family, friends, not houses he have other places. So, it's the hard bills that get us at the end. And it normally takes an athlete 2 years to adjust to his life, his new life, because the embarrassment of selling shit, because you don't want people to think you're broke. So you hold on to shit that you don't supposed to and going broke. And that happens a lot.
You know what? I did want to ask you, because I think that is an interesting concept. Like, I got a house and we got rooms in here. And my lady is filling the house with, we got 3-4 couches. We only got 2 butts, right? But I'm assuming on your scale, from like an NBA player check's perspective, it's totally different. You got 8-9 rooms. Are you filling up all them rooms?
No, man, listen. Have you seen Lonzo Ball's house? No, LaMelo's house when he first bought it in Charlotte.
Oh, I need to look at it. I ain't seen
He bought it next to Michael Jordan. It was like, I don't know if it was like 20, 30,000 square feet. Most likely, just like the rest of us, you're going to have your bedroom done, maybe a guest bedroom, the living room, and maybe a pool room that you probably can go down. Other than that, the rest of that house is going to be empty for years. Right? One, you don't have nothing to do with interior decorating, so you're going to pay someone, they're going to overspend, they're going to overpay, right? And then you're going to think about that bill, and you're like, oh, I don't need to fill up all these rooms. Like, they're going to get a bill, they're going to do it. They're going to, listen, you're going to get all the rooms done, and then that bill going to come back $3 million to fill it all? Well, how much is it if I just do these rooms, and then they just do them rooms, the rest of the rooms stay empty? And then you start filling it in with stuff. Right? Because, we think about the size of the house first versus just, it's just you.
Yeah.
Right? You think about all the people I think I'm going to have come over that never come over. Right? He probably bought a house like, yes, I'm going to have Zoe over, Zoe going to come over, like, nigga, he playing, bro. He playing too. Right? Pop's mom, they got to have, you know what I mean? You just started doing a whole bunch of nothing for no reason. I suggest everybody get like a townhome or an apartment, a luxury apartment if it needs to be, for your first year until you get your big contract. Like, buy houses that have to do with your lifestyle that you live, right? If it's you, 2 extra rooms, maybe 3, you're pushing it. So if you by yourself, 4 bedroom, you should be good. You start getting a 9, 12, 14, it's just you by yourself. Now you got to move in friends just so you don't feel lonely.
Oh, is that how people's lifestyle creep happens? They feel like they need to surround themselves with, the reason it's funny that you say that, because I remember listening to J.R. Smith say something like that, like when he came in from high school and he was still just doing high school stuff. It was the middle of the day. He wanted to go to the mall. Yeah. And so this is how you just start lifestyle creeping as an NBA player? Like you
see, and it's about you're 18 and 19. What you think you're supposed to be doing?
wow.
You know what I mean? I think people think about the money and not the age of the person, right? And that's why I say some of the things that kids don't get drafted for is the dumbest things that I've ever heard. If I have a kid in the draft and he got arrested for stealing, and he's the number one prospect, and I got the number one pick, I'm getting little sticky hands. I'm not gonna pass up on little sticky hands because his ass got that record. Because I can tell you one thing he won't be doing after I draft him, stealing.
Yeah.
He got millions now. He's not gonna be stealing nothing. He's stealing because he broke. I'm gonna make him rich. He won't be stealing no more, right? There's just if he's an alcoholic, well, yeah, you know, I don't want him. You know why? Because the money, if he's drunk in college, the money I'm giving him, he gonna get to buy more expensive, harder. I'm cool, right? There's just certain things that you shouldn't even weigh into it. Sometimes you got to think a little bit harder on the decisions you're making when it comes to the talents. But you know, when you're talking about 18, 19-year-old, no matter how many millions they have, their life is going to be worse than their age group because they have something the rest of the age group don't have. God-like power because of the money, right? Right? Think a little street kid in Chicago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Little street kid that think he tough. Give him 56 million. What you think he about to do? Flood the streets. He's gonna put hits on it. He's like, what you think he about to do? Right? He's about to be the goddamn terrorist out there in them streets. If you a sexaholic and you're broke, what's your thing gonna happen when you got millions? Right? So you're talking about 19, 18-year-old kids that's in the same mindset, got money to blow. And they're going to be at the mall. They're going to be at the car lots. They're going to be everywhere a 19-year-old wants to be with a pocket full of money.
Last thing, when you retired, because you dealt with some injuries, so you had that planning period. But I know it still kind of hits like a little bit of a ton of bricks. What was something that hit you when you retired? Like, oh man, this is some shit that I need to address right now. It wasn't phasing you.
Life.
As a whole, for real.
Yeah. And when I mean life, like regular ass life. Because I didn't know it. Right? My life was go to the gym, work out, go home, go to the jacuzzi at the gym or my house, lift weights at my house or the gym, right? You know, massage therapist, haircut, they come to the gym or the house, right? Team pays for whatever. When you retire, planes, right? I be on the plane taking off. Yeah. Now we in the air. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, yeah, I can you hear them? Okay, all right. Hey, let me get the filet mignon. That's Morton's, right? Yeah, let me go ahead and get that in the chocolate molten cake. Yeah, let me go ahead and get that. Two grape sodas right here. To the regular life. Hey, sir, you want some peanuts? Can you put your seatbelt on? Hey, can you turn your phone off? Phone off for what? What? Turn the phone off, put my seatbelt on. Just raggedy ass seatbelt. Like, the reality of everything is happening. Going to the gym, everybody in it, motherfucker, huh? You go to the little steam room, usually it's just you, maybe another teammate. Then you got 17 people sitting there just strapped up. Now you got a regular dude coming there with some oils and some smells that he done put in, just, I don't know where he found them. He want to throw it on. Hey, do anybody mind? And he want to throw it on a little thing. Now he got a eucalyptus smells and stuff. Like, bruh, how do we know what that is? How do we know you ain't trying to kill us all up in here? Right? I don't know what's on that. No, don't put that on that goddamn rock. Wait, you wait 5 minutes before I leave. Then you got the jacuzzi. You can only imagine.
Yeah. It's a regular people jacuzzi. It smells like hella chlorine.
Yeah.
That's first of all. God damn.
It's just like, it was just one of those things where I'm like, yo, what? Like, I started getting irritated that when I'm in there by myself, chilling, relaxing, other people come in there. I'm thinking it's mine at my house. Going to the movies, sitting there laughing, to hear people conversating back there. Thinking like, how y'all get in here? How y'all get in here? Because I got my own movie theater at the crib when I was in Washington. Now I got to share my shit with everybody else. So it's humbling because you've been away for so long. You know, then you just got to get used to it. Then it's fine. But it takes a couple of years, not gonna lie. But yeah, it's just regular life. Then you start realizing you don't connect with anybody because you never had to.
Oh,
All the people that you talk to were just like you. They were other NBA players. They were teammates. Y'all going through the same thing. When you're done playing, regular people with regular problems that don't understand yours, right? Because remember, when you say it cost this or this happened or they stole this, it's very different. There, like when they ask for 50,000, they think that you got it. Like my teammates never asked me for no money. Like, you know what I mean? It's like it's just one of those things, man, where it is a mental thing because you're around people you haven't been around in a very long time. And it's two different worlds now. You know, it's easier to be like, let's say if you worked hard for your money, you done budgeted for that lifestyle. The lifestyle we live in, right? We budgeted for that lifestyle. When that job is taken from us, that lifestyle don't exist and we don't recognize it yet. Then we got to come down to earth where we don't want to come to then live to live a comfortable lifestyle forever. We don't understand what comfort is. I still struggle with it.
Oh.
In this room alone, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I got 14 TVs type of things in this room right here just alone.
It's the second room. That's what's crazy.
Huh?
I said this the second room. People don't even know.
Yeah, this is just my office. I got this screen, that screen, that screen, then the screen here, then 4 up there, then 6 here. Just so every time I turn somewhere, I got TV to look at. Now you see the problem.
Yeah, I get it. I do something similar. I buy a couple of boxes of cereal. I live in excess, you know.
Yeah. So like when we go shopping, like, you know, it's like 20 boxes of cereal, so I ain't got to come back for a couple months. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just being honest. I tried to go shopping for the year. So I'm going there one time, spending about $30,000-$40,000.
What? Hold on.
Yeah, 50, 60, 100 bars of soap, 50, 60 bottles of lotion, deodorant. Yeah.
You see, this is what people don't talk about, because when you know, the annual conversation of X player went broke and this, that, and the third comes up, people always point to like, oh, you had 5, 6 cars. And not saying that didn't play a factor, but also, like you saying, when I shopped on some like regular household shit, I try to do the year and then some. And
but that's not why you go broke.
I'm not saying that's not why you go broke.
The reason we go broke is what Jeff Teague is talking about, the end game. When we end, we still have them habits. So
That's
Now
what
think
I'm
about
saying.
but we have the habits without any income coming in. So now it's negative, negative, negative all year. So let's just say I played for 12 years. 12 years, I never had a negative year. Even if I made $5 million that year, the worst thing I did was spend $5 million. We're talking all after taxes. I spent $5 million. I made zero. Well, the day you're done, it's all negative. So you spend $5 million. When you spend $5 million before, you got $0. You spend $5 million now, that's minus $5 million in your bank account. Do you see the difference?
Yeah, what I'm saying is people always associate, like you're saying, the habits to just the higher end stuff. But you're saying the habits exist in the whole spectrum. It's from my day-to-day all the way to the top end. So yeah, I'm buying the cars, but also when I just go shop at the grocery store, my carts and your carts look different.
Yeah, socks, everything. Like socks, I'm shopping for socks, drawers, all that one thing.
And it's hard to even
come up. You got some players who they don't want to pack. They don't want to think about packing, so they buy clothes on the road. As soon as they land, go to the mall, buy the drawers and the stuff, and boom. Every place got a mall. Every place we go got a mall. So you got those players.
And them habits be adding up too.
Yeah. Those habits stop us from being where LeBron and all of them are. Right? Those are the ones where if I made $10 million after taxes, right? I got 9 or 8 of it versus 3. I brought home 3 when I should have brought home 8 and had a $2 million year versus having a $7-8 million year because I want to just throw money around because I have it.
Yeah, because I couldn't pack. I had to go to at every single city and every single. I get that. That's deep.